Hello and welcome to WordPress Insights with Sophy. WordPress Insights is a series of videos that will contain essential tips that we hope will make the experience of editing your website an easy one. Before we get started, please give this video a like, subscribe and click the notification bell to get informed when our next tip is live. Comment down below if you have any questions about our topic today or if you need your question about WordPress answering. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Yoasting a post, or said more seriously, using the Yoast WordPress plugin to analyse our website content. Yoast is a tool designed for SEO, so before we begin, I'll give you a very brief explanation of SEO and the point of it. In case you didn't know, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization and is the industry way of saying, let's make your website content relevant, meaningful and accurate for search engines like Google. SEO is a common practice in the digital marketing sector and is a really good way of getting the best out of your content and pushing to improve your ranking on search engines. There are many plugins out there to help you to perform your very own basic SEO on WordPress websites. Our pick is Yoast. It is one of the most popular plugins out there for SEO and has lots of features. It's very user-friendly and has clear information to help guide you in improving your content. Before we get started, there are a few points to make. Where Yoast is on your page may be different to where it is on our site. This depends on the page builder that you use on your website. If you're struggling to find where Yoast is or need help with your page builder, let us know and we can point you in the right direction. The second point is that Yoast might not work. Some page builders aren't compatible with Yoast. Although the developers at Yoast try to make their plugin available to all WordPress builders, some just won't work. If you notice Yoast isn't picking up your content, please get in touch with us for help and advice. The biggest point for actually using Yoast is this. Whilst using Yoast is fantastic and can really help to give you an edge in your website content, like with any tips or advice, it should be taken with a pinch of salt. Yoast is an off-the-shelf tool that thousands of people use. It isn't a bespoke package tailored to the requirements of your specific website, so its guidance won't be specific to your needs. If you need more direct guidance, please get in touch with us for bespoke SEO help. So let's get started with using Yoast. I have loaded up the post I'm going to edit. This is a blog we published earlier this week talking about outcome marketing. Feel free to give this blog post a read once you've finished watching this video. I'm firstly going to enter the focus key phrase or word. This is the search term that you would like your post to rank for. Mine is outcome marketing. Our first stage is assessing and fixing the readability of the content. Before I go through these checks, I'll briefly explain how Yoast assesses your page for readability. Yoast uses 7 checks to test your readability. They are as follows. Transition words. These are words that help a paragraph to flow and tell the reader that there is more information to come, such as therefore or because. Sentence beginnings, which is basically having different words to start each sentence. Flesh reading ease. This is a readability test developed in 1975, used to determine how easy the content is to read. It works on a scale of 1 to 100, 1 being the lowest and 100 being the highest. The lower the score, the more difficult the content is to read. To get the highest score, your content would need to have short sentences and contain no words that had more than 2 syllables. Yoast states that a score of 60 to 70 is believed to be acceptable for web content. Paragraph length. Basically, keep your paragraph short. Subheading distribution. Make sure to break up paragraphs with subheadings. It's helpful for readers as they can skim the text to find what they're looking for. Sentence length. Try to keep your sentences short. No more than 25% of your sentences should be more than 20 words long. Passive voice. No more than 10% of your content should have sentences written in a passive voice. To explain further, a passive voice could be an example such as, a website will be launched by us. The alternative to a passive voice would be, we will launch a website. A passive voice is more wordy and complex. Ideally, we need to have concise, direct sentences. Though, in some instances, the content you are writing may need to be in a passive voice. This is an element that should be carefully considered depending on your audience. So, how did we do? We have 1 test that we need to address and 3 that are improvements we can make. Our first item is subheading distribution. We have a paragraph that needs to be separated with a subheading, so let's do this. If I look down our page, I can see one large paragraph that could do with breaking up. I'm going to find a place that would make the most sense to break it up. Now, I've made space for a subheading. I'll choose heading 3 for the size of it. Our key phrase is outcome marketing, and our text is about marketing outputs and the different types of outputs there are. The content in the next paragraph explains what we can see from those outputs. Therefore, my title will be, what do our outcome marketing outputs show? If I now go back to Yoast, I can see that I've ticked 2 boxes. We have good subheading distribution, and our paragraph length is also good now. We have 2 improvements to look at. These aren't essential to fix, but are good to improve for your SEO. Let's take a look at sentence length. We are just shy of achieving the 25% 20-word sentence limit, so this means we won't have to do much to achieve a green line. I'm going to take a look at the first paragraph, which has quite wordy sentences. By making the following changes to shorten the sentences whilst the content still makes sense, we can now go back to Yoast and see that we have checked the box for sentence length. Our final item is passive voice. You may have noticed this has improved slightly following on from the changes we have made. In my case, I'm happy with that score, though you may wish to get it below 10%. Let me know in the comments if you do. As mentioned previously, this really depends on your target audience and whether using the passive voice is relevant in the post. We now move on to SEO analysis for outcome marketing. SEO analysis takes the key phrase we set earlier and checks the content to see whether it's in the places it needs to be. The first item I will look at is outbound links. A useful link in this instance would be to help people understand their Google Analytics from their website. Therefore, I will add this link to data analysis. Going back to Yoast, this is now complete. Next, I will look at the key phrase in introduction. I need to add our key phrase in the first paragraph of our post, not the title. Therefore, I will ask this question, and if we go back to Yoast, we can now see we've checked that box. The next item is meta description length. To edit this, we will need to go into the Yoast settings, so scroll down a little bit and you will see Google Preview. This is where we need to go to edit this. Before we do, let's get some content from our post to use. I will take this bit, and I will want to adjust this slightly to make sense and fit in with the meta description box. So let's jump to the meta description box. As you can see, our text at the moment is a bit too long, so we'll need to shorten this. I'm going to make a few edits to our snippet so we get the green bar beneath the box. Returning to the checklist, we can now see that the meta description length is checked. Next, we have the single title, which is asking us to only have one H1 tag, which is the title tag of the page, present on the website. Where this is factually correct, it is another time where we will have to choose to ignore the suggestion. In our case, this error displays because we set the title of our page to be hidden. This is so that we can add in a title in the design a bit differently. If you have this error, it will be well worth checking through your content to make sure there is no additional H1 tags. We move on to the final problem that Yoast lists, which is SEO title width. We need to head back over to the Google Preview to amend this. As we can see, ours is too long by 2 words, so we need to shorten this slightly. I'll first remove what is there, and I will add in my new title, and it's important to have your key phrase or word at the start of the title. And then I would like to include the title of our site in the title, so I will click on Insert Variable and click on Site Title. And then as we return to Yoast, we can now see we've checked that box. The final item in our improvement list is image key phrases. We need to add relevant meta information to our pictures that include the key phrase. To do this, I will click on the first image, and then in the information pane on the right hand side, I will enter some meaningful information that includes our key phrase. I will include this information in the title, alt, and description text boxes. Now I'll do the second image, and finally the third. And now we have the green tick for that.
and 2 smiley faces to say that our article has approval from Yoast. There are some items we haven't covered today, as our article already ticked those boxes. If you need help with items not covered today, let us know. Yoast offers plenty of documentation on their website to help you get a better understanding of their software and how it can improve your website. We highly recommend the installation of Yoast on your WordPress website to improve the quality of your articles for SEO and readability purposes. As a reminder, take the advice with a pinch of salt. It's important you understand the audience your content is for and whether the guidelines from Yoast fit in with that. Beech Web Services can provide an in-depth SEO analysis, review and implementation for your website. So if you're looking for more bespoke help or would like guidance for your website, get in touch with us to discuss your SEO needs. I hope this video has helped you to understand how to use Yoast for your content. If you have any questions about Yoasting a post, let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching WordPress Insights with Sophie.
We hope this video has helped you with your WordPress website. Please give this video a like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. For further information or to get the most out of your WordPress website, please get in touch with us via our website, beechwebservices.co.uk, our phone 01925 387 040 or by email info@beechwebservices.co.uk. Thank you and we hope to see you next time.